Was that?
Earl Church with a dev trait possibility. Yeah. We've been watching him. Four upgrades. Where'd Willis go? He's still gone? Remember we couldn't find him, Kerry Willis. Remember we couldn't find him on a roster. Yeah. All I did was just cut him. Oh, I've never seen that in my life. He's not there. Where is he? Like 83. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's nuts. Huh. Right. Something like, I don't know. give me that fucking guy. Give me the guy 6'6", 218. Yeah, man, yeah. I like him a lot. Looks good. He just got an upgrade. He's a 76 overall. Got the hit power up to 80. Got +4 man. Got a and a touchdown. Ah, hell, this is probably his game right here. All right.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the defense is playing good.
On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup.
Earl Church has a dev trait upgrade possibility here. He's got to get one
I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these
something.
stats and
One of
scores
something
from
good.
Sunday's action. But for now, it's
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
On
And
the
to call the
kickoff.
action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive
Yeah, a
coverage
couple
of
of
the
them.
National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments
I
ago.
missed one.
Here
First
it
field goal
is.
of the
It's
year. I
unlike
missed.
any other in sport as both teams made their way out
it
of the
was
tunnel.
fucking.
These folks are fired up as their guys are
It was like
ready to
I felt like it
battle
took an
between the
eternity for the
Jacksonville
bar to come back
Jaguars
down on the
and
kickoff on the kick.
Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's been a great start to the season.
The
Back-to-back
maggots
wins to begin
right
the
behind them.
campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And face
already
mask
getting
here
the
right at the
cheese,
start.
huh?
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not.
Your fifth
Now
sack
it's
of
a
the
lot
year
easier.
for
You see
Brian
it, you call it.
Donovan.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Connecting here with DJ Shark.
Ah, I saw
And
it.
he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You guys are going to throw a lot of
19
little
yards
fucking
right off the
dinks
bat.
and
And a quick
dunkers.
first down.
Never fucking tell these faggots.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30.
Earl Church, dude. These guys hit, man. I'm telling you.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my
I
attention.
wish that was Earl Church's side.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
It was incomplete. What, hit by Morency.
That one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
They have yet to give up
Pocket's
an
been protected pretty
offensive
good here so far on the opening
touchdown.
drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That one complete. He finds
why did I leave that guy?
6-yard
That other
line
guy's
on a
sewed up
pickup
right there,
of
buddy.
6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3
like
last
bait him or
play. This
something.
time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on it. In trouble.
Wow.
Down back at the
You
12.
know who got him. Oh, he's throwing a fucking Nolan Ryan fastball. I've never seen that
They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week.
Oh
That's
my
a
God,
first
the
one here.
celebration
Anything in
was next
particular
level.
you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning
He
athletically.
just zips up the shirt at the
one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line
freak.
wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he got his
Now Aldrich
milestone.
Roses for the field goal attempt. And the 10-year
That guy felt like he snapped that quicker than any snap. Like the ball flew about 100 miles an hour.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And
the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 5. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the 45.
Wow.
And what a return as he
going
brings
on?
this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Gotta be careful now.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
That's right. In the heart.
Try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to
I've been drilling them this year so far.
Try and keep them away from their plays. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Bro, what the fuck?
And the kick by
I feel like I'm timing it perfect every single time.
Make it 6-0 here in the first.
It's like when you're like least expecting, you just like click it all at like a weird time and it works. And you're just like, wow.
You're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like they're going slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
This defense ain't no joke.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 11. And Sanders has got it complete. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Come on, Callahan, you gotta get out there in space somewhere. Get that fucking guy.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know.
Monte Nicholson made the Pro Bowl after he left my fucking practice squad.
Get out of roll early. Chip away at their timing.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got time here. This is gonna be a fucking big game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Probably should put those guys in max
both
protect.
of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way
They didn't play that in the first quarter.
yard line.
Good old Willie Styles. Torch that first dude. Had him scorchered. Yeah. If I could have got just a little bit ahead and hit him with that stiff arm, he would have busted it. Guaranteed. Whoa. Watch that. It came back after the replay. Like he came back into the screen out of nowhere.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interview. Pressure, and down he goes.
He always gets me every time. Every time I play them.
Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Bravo! Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I think if you pulled defensive backs,
out of nowhere,
they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
I could feel this being one of those games if I'm making one damn like a mental mistake, which is
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A lot. I make a lot of
this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard
line. Might be their year where they have one of those down years and get a nice
offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points,
and they always
but it
seem
was
to
a chip
draft
shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Leonard Fournette, and that one goes for about 6
always
as he's
hits
taken
a big
down
hit.
just shy of the 45.
Every time, every tackle is like a big hit.
Here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 44, Jones, Dixon, complete.
Whoa, my God. What is this?
Unnecessary roughness.
Who is that, man?
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And
when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
God, they come right back to him.
Now Jones,
they do.
throwing on first down.
Unbelievable.
Completes it to Dixon.
They're not going to escape that, man.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring out
Dixon.
2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Clubbered.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for them.
And down he goes.
You woke up that sleepy giant, didn't you?
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
We got fucking freak shows coming after these quarterbacks every week.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Fournette on the counter, and he is met
the linebacking
in the
crew.
Backfield. Down he goes.
And the young
Like
secondary. That's funny.
Minus 2 yards.
It's always like interesting when they make a play, every one of them. Oh, it's like, oh my god. He made a play this time.
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we've got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Look at that face mask. He's got the classic fucking
downfield as it turned out.
Zipper
Couldn't even
mask.
find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Predator.
Rosa's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, they can carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh my god.
Nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends
involved, they can move showing he's worth the money.
Nice route, able to look it in
and
pick up the first down.
He's not making a lot of catches, but when he does, he's big
Here's
play.
a 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Look at this guy.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur,
NFL
wide receivers have to
coaches
block all downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now.
Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Back to throw, Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones. Off play action. Throwing deep for Stewart. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones throwing again. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team once more. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to... into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Rashad Penny, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Michael Gallup, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Teddy Bridgewater, a touchdown pass in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Callaway, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads. Teams playing to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll lead to 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. Looking deep down. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Protein spill. Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 5.
2nd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A big run by the big man, Fournette. 53 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Look at me, zipper. Ringo. Don't use the mic. Ready?
On second down now, Callaway. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the
touchdown Colts. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Stewart. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Fournette. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To be a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You draw quarters. Mike
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
A little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone, get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and a yard, Jones, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
60 outlaw.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now down by 5. And time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Check. Press down. Check your hot read. Hey, Charlie.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight. And they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Jacksonville, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.